Okay, so Xbox One, Game of the Year, just like PlayStation 4, we had some overlap. Dragon Age, Middle-earth, Far Cry 4, everyone had a lot of love for. This time around,
Titanfall was on there, yeah.
We had Titanfall, which was an excellent game, and also we had a lot of love for Ground Zeroes. But like PlayStation 4, we went with Shadow of Mordor again, and something else that really captivated us was the combat system.
Pain is the way to control. Pain and fear.
It's easy to look at Shadow of Mordor and say, okay, well, this is what Assassin's Creed should be, and you know, here's a little bit of Assassin's Creed, here's a little bit of Arkham. We'll throw it into Middle-earth and call it a game, right? It's really easy to like look at it from that sort of shallow, superficial kind of top-level perspective. But I think what's interesting is they've shown how you can take, you know, you can stand on the shoulders of giants and you can take something that we're already familiar with, tweak it in really interesting, vital ways, and suddenly make it fresh and new and exciting again. I look at things like, okay, so you have, you know, like Assassin's Creed, for example, you know, you can do things that are stealthy, but there's no reason to do any of that stuff.
It didn't always used to be.
Right, it didn't always used to be that way, but at this point it's like, you know, path of least resistance is almost always combat in Assassin's Creed. It's so different in Shadow of Mordor.
Those firefights are like, if you get in there and there's like 10 of them, it's like you can get in real trouble.
Yeah, I mean, the first time, I was really flabbergasted actually the first time. I thought, oh, I'll just be able to rhythmically punch my buttons until I win. And no, there are it seems like 300 Uruk-hai just descending on me. And your choice is to just get the flock out of there. Or try and fail some of the time. And that's not something that I'm used to in a third-person action game. And how amazing, then, that one little tweak alone, just the tweak of challenge, can change so much. Suddenly you have systems that are not just there to round out the game. It's like, oh, you can do it this way, you can do it this way. Now they're meaningful. You know, now you can do it this way, and you might actually have to think about doing it that way.
Do you know what Mordor did, which hasn't happened in an Assassin's Creed game in forever, and maybe this is why you can go down the entire list of our nominees and there's not Assassin's Creed mentioned once,
right?
Is that I fled a battle. I got out of there. I was like, I'm not able to kill these people. I need to get the hell out. And that hasn't happened since I'd maybe AC1 or possibly 2. I can't just button mash my way out of this situation. I know if you get to a certain level in Mordor, you can sort of try and end up doing that. But like, you're actually asked to think about combat, and that's something that doesn't happen that often anymore in third-person action games.
And the best thing about that is when you run away from battles, they shit-talk you. You can sneak up on them and they'll be like, oh, I was fighting him and he ran away from me. And like, if you kill their buddy, you can sneak up on orcs in a camp and they'll be talking about you.
My boys laughed when I told them about your threat.
The world is very much aware that you are there, and that's awesome. I love having my enemies talk shit about me behind my back. It's great.
Yeah, because then you get to stab them in the neck.
And then they come back with iron plates, and then they kill you.
And then you get to stab them in the neck again.
They're still in time!